Hey, I'm off the beaten path today in Ashland, Oregon at the Varsity Theater. We're going to be seeing a red carpet premiere of the movie Bent. Stay tuned, I'll be right back. Hello, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. I'm at a red carpet premiere event of the movie Bent. Here's some behind the scenes of the show.
I can trach them and break them.
Right, so that's
Trach them and break them.
there's a lot of that
Like
going on.
tracheotomy.
Yeah, you
That's
can say
awesome.
it's right.
Especially
So hardcore.
This one done. So she walks in with the kids.
Are you ever
Let's go ahead and block it.
down the hall?
Yeah.
How's that like? That's where you're gonna-
I'm gonna need one of these from Dan.
You can almost just bring her right here and let her
But
go.
I'm pretty sure I don't have one from you for
Cross
one.
through. And you'll cross through as they're coming in.
Should I just give you all this?
Let's take a check. Let's just run it.
This is gonna try not to.
Less important during the
That's it.
Oh, because of the moment? Wherever you're happy.
Okay, we're just gonna block it, whatever, real quick. We don't need to play for this. We're just going around.
There's one time I was on set with Hoover, and there was like 35 cents on the ground, and I was like, "Hey Hoover, there's your daily rate right there."
Did he wake up in time to get the joke?
Now, all the stars will be here tonight. They're coming in. Abby Wathen, that's the scene I worked with in. I was actually location scout for the movie. Clive Rosengren, he's been in a couple of movies that I produced. And check out an interview I did with him. He's also now a novelist. He writes some books, so check them out. And then Marlin Mason, I did a couple interviews with her. Here's a little snippet of one
And
of the little shows I did with her.
the agents I had were, they couldn't get work for the girls that they had, my peers. And so one day, my career kind of all, not one day, but it happened over a short period of time. My agent died and my car died. And I figured dead car, dead agent, dead career.
Oh,
Because
no.
you can't get around in LA in those days. Well, you can't get around LA at all now. But it's, so I called a friend of mine who had a guest house in Oregon. She and I had known each other since kindergarten, and we grew up, we were like sisters. And she said to me out of the blue, well, it was after her father had died, her boyfriend had built a little guest house for her parents. And when her father died, she called me and she said, anytime you want to get out of Hollywood, or if you ever need a roof over your head, you always have a home here. Never dreaming I would come, and I never dreamed I wouldn't work. Well, my little dream came true. I wasn't.
And then we went to her garden and we talked a little bit about show business. Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm off the beaten path today, like I said in the bumper, and I'm sitting with a very special guest, Marlin Mason. And we're in Marlin's backyard. She's giving me a tour through her garden. And I have 3 questions to ask her. She's, by the way, her hobby, you're a master gardener.
No, I'm not a master gardener.
But you're real, it looks like you're a master looking at your garden.
I'm a gardener. I'm a struggling gardener.
You're a struggling
Yes,
gardener.
yes.
Now, Marlin, you'll note that she starred with Elvis Presley in the second to the last movie he ever filmed called The Trouble with Girls. She was his leading lady, got second billing for that movie, and she has the distinction of being only one of 3 women who have ever recorded a duet with Elvis. Mark Schneider, I interviewed him, and he's been in a couple of movies I'm involved with also. You could see Clive Rosengren and Mark Schneider in Bad Fish, which premiered here last week. And then I'm going to leave a link down below where you can actually go visit and see Badfish, which is streaming on Amazon. Here's the link right here. And then Daniel Olson, not familiar with him yet, but Brad Douglas, I've been working with him on a couple more movies, and he wants to work with me on a special project, so we'll see how that goes. So stay tuned for the red carpet event. I'll be meeting all the movie stars listed right here as they come in. It's gonna be a special night. We'll see you guys later. On my camera. Oh, I'm early too.
We thought it was 7, yeah.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you again, yeah. So let's go get a drink somewhere.
They're going to be upstairs in theater 2.
Okay.
Theater too, okay.
Yeah. Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Alright, so he's gonna be 9.
Yeah, he's they sent a crew in because I whined about it on my international show, and they opened up at least one lane for him. Because they can't fight fires when they're at the
Oh, do you
end
wanna add
of the
something
road.
on there?
Do foot care and tusk care on those elephants.
Is that right?
Yeah, that was epic. That was not on my bucket list.
Were you scooping elephant manure and?
No, but I got video of them piling it on Hayden's back while he was doing videos.
Hey, right here it says.
Point it out! 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 1.
Okay. Well, I made it home safely from the theater, so I'll go ahead and close up this program, but I want to tell you about a little bit about the backstories of some of the featured actors that I was able to encounter with, and these are my friends. So let me sit down and we'll go over that. So the leading lady of the film was Abby Wathen. She flew in from LA for the premiere. She also flew up from LA when we did the little shots in the opening scenes and the closing scenes and intermittent scenes in the hospital scene. Now that's the show, that's the part of the show I came in on, was location scout for that. Another one was Daniel Olson. He couldn't be at the screening because he was acting at the Ashland Camelot Theater. So he's a busy guy, very talented gentleman, very nice gentleman, but I didn't get to see him tonight. But then there was Marlin Mason. Now I interviewed Marlin, as I said earlier. Check out that interview. I'll go ahead and leave links down below to check out my interviews I had with Marlin. Now, I did an initial interview when I was interviewing Marlin and Ray Nomoto Robinson for a movie called Will and Tess, I think it was. We also talked a little bit about Badfish. Now, Marlin is she's the one that co-starred with Elvis Presley in the second to the last movie he ever filmed, and she also was one of 3 women who ever recorded a duet with Elvis. So she's living locally now, and she acts in independent films, and this is one of the films we have the pleasure of having her in, and she plays a key player. She's one of the key players in Bent, this movie. And another key player who plays her husband is Clive Rosengren. Now, Clive, I interviewed him, so I'm going to leave a link there. I did 2 interviews with Clive. One interview is he's an author now, and he wrote a series of books. And this book just came out. It's called Room Tome. So this is a really good set. I'm not a mystery fan, but this thing is, he did good. He really wrote it. It captivated my interest because he writes about backstories about Hollywood filmmaking and stuff, and his main character in these books was a private eye. So that was an interesting thing. And I also interviewed Clive on his film career. Now he played in Ed Wood with Johnny Depp. He was in a couple of scenes. He was with, I think it was Johnny Depp. I know Martin Landau was in it, but here, there was a scene that Clive Rosengren was in with Johnny Depp in the movie Ed Wood. Now, he was in That Thing You Do. He's friends with Tom Hanks. In fact, on the back of his books, Tom Hanks wrote a nice little thing about Clive's books. And Clive also appeared in, well, he appeared in Cheers. Here's a little clip from a scene he did in the sitcom Cheers. Yeah, I thought that was funny. So he's been around, and we were glad to have him in our circle of actors to be able to perform these movies and shows. Now, Bent will be going out to the Klamath Film Festival coming up. Check your listings to find out when it plays. Its air date is at 9:30 in the morning, I think they said, at the Ragland Theater in Klamath Falls, which is the Klamath Film Festival. And then I talked to the director, and I'm currently working on another project with the director. Also, I think Clive, Mark Rosengren, and I know Marlin Mason she's starring in this movie, this new project we're working on right now. Some scenes have already been filmed. I'm working location scout for that adventure. But Mark Schneider is another actor that was in there, and I saw him tonight. I did an interview with him and his film career when we were promoting a movie with Ray Robinson for Will and Tess. Here's a little clip from Will and Tess.
Hello?
Hello, Mom?
Hello?
Mom, do you have your hearing aids in?
Hold on just a minute. I have to turn my hearing aids up. There. Hello.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Larry.
Hey, catch you at a good time?
But yes, we're fine.
Okay, well, I haven't spoken to you in a while, so I thought I'd give you a call.
Oh, it's nice to hear you. How are my beautiful grandbabies?
They're fine. They're fine. In fact, Amanda's moving to New York soon.
Oh, that's wonderful. That means she got that new job then.
Yeah. So, Mom. Is Dad around? I wanted to talk to him.
No, I don't see him. Let me check. Will? Will? It's Larry on the phone.
Yeah, it included Mark Schneider and Marlin Mason. There was only 3 key actors in that Will and Tess movie. So a lot of interesting film projects going on. I'm currently working on a self project that I'm doing, and the project. Well, here's a hint. The project that I'm working on is not going to be aired on my YouTube channel, at least not yet. It's a special feature, may go to independent film festivals, but it's a docudrama that I'm working on, and it has to do with a major event that happened in my life. It'll be interesting, captivating. There's a huge interest in it right now. I've been dealing with a story. I'm trying to bring it to screen for the past several years, and now I've got a crew hired that we're getting ready to sit down and start filming the show. And I just stay tuned here. I'll keep you guys up. It's on my death experience and what I experienced when I died and what was like on the other side. Yeah, I died 4 times. So we're going to do a show on that. Circumstances leading up to it, during it, and after it, and strange things that are happening to me as a result of that experience. Strange events and things that are still happening to me because of that experience. It's, yeah, you're going to need to stay tuned for that. Another show we just wrapped up is Bad Fish. This is the director, same director for Bent is the director for Bad Fish, and that is available for streaming right now at Amazon. I'm going to go ahead and leave a link on the below for the to be able to see that show. Marlin appears in that show too, and I know Mark Schneider appears in the show as well. So I was able to connect with Twinissa Cox. She's one of the producers of the show. Good to see her again. She was one of my producers on The Eve of May, a show that I produced with, and I got a cameo in that show. In fact, that's the show I met Clive Rosengren in when I was acting in a scene with him. Here's the scene.
It's not ready yet.
Clive Clooney, doctor called it in this morning?
Clive Clooney?
At your service.
FMA Sanders.
Oh my goodness, it can't be.
Yeah, just a cameo appearance. But I was executive producer for that movie, and I'm still waiting to find out when we're going to start streaming it so you guys can see The Eve of May. Now, Bent, I really enjoyed it. The movie takes place up at the Green Springs. Those who live in our area know what about the Green Springs. But the whole thing was filmed in the Green Springs, and is also filmed downtown Medford, Oregon, at a place on McAndrews Road. Yeah. So it was fun doing the show. It's fun working with this talented group of people. I look forward to more projects in the future. And I'm also in pre-production of a major motion picture we're working on that I'm executive producer of with Ray Robinson. I acquired the script from a talented young writer. It was a movie I actually auditioned for 3 or 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. I auditioned for it, and I didn't get the role. In fact, the movie was shelved, and I couldn't let the movie out of my head, so I went and tracked the writer down, and it's just like, what are you doing with that script? And he goes, nah, I'm just shelving it. So it's like, I want to make the movie. So he gave us the script. We're making the movie. We're in pre-production right now, and it's in the process of being cast. I got cast in it recently. I got a minor role, but it's okay. I like that, and I get to work with a lot of the same characters, and we're bringing in new characters. Hopefully, I'm gonna pitch a name who is another Hollywood actor that recently moved into our area that I met at a Cameras and Cocktails event. I want him to play one of the characters. I would like for him to play one of the characters. Another person I ran into up there is not in the filmmaking community, but she was my high school teacher. Yeah, she's still alive. Mitzi Loftus. And I did an interview with Mitzi. In fact, I ran into her at the screening of the movie I produced, Eve of May, and that's when I ran into her after years, 50 years. Anyway, ran into her, got to do an interview because she wrote this book. She was a child growing up in Hood River, Oregon. World War II broke out, and because we were involved with the Japanese in the war, they relocated Japanese families along mainly the three western states and part of a fourth state, relocating them to internment camps. And her book is written about living in internment camps and growing up as a Japanese child in America. So it's an interesting read. I would like to see this turned into a docudrama at one time. Who knows? It may happen. Little interesting side note, George Takei, who plays Zulu in Star Trek, she just recently met with him at a reunion at for the internment camp at Alturas, California, which is south of Klamath Falls, Oregon. And when he was a child, her age, he was there with her. So I thought that was an interesting side note. Anyway, that's what I'm doing as far as the filmmaking, off the beaten path, staying busy with. It's just a hobby, guys. That's all it is. It's just a hobby for me. I haven't made any money on it, so it's okay. It's just a hobby. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. We're a frugal homestead tucked high in the Cascade Ranges of the Pacific Northwest. Please stay tuned to more videos. You can do that by subscribing, clicking that bell icon that alerts you to new videos as I upload them. Please give us a thumbs up, click that share button. Sharing my videos on your social media platforms helps us out. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys again.